You're making a change to a
unless
sport
it's,
now.
Unless it's his
You're
girlfriend.
weighing in.
No, because Minot
Like Bettman hasn't been booed by everybody in America and Canada multiple times. You want to jump on the bandwagon and change the whole goddamn game.
I like 2 passes. That's it.
I assisted
I
it.
don't like the 3-pass shit.
Well, this episode, as in all episodes this year, are going to be brought to you by the Patrick Financial Group and John Pelon. Financial planning with understanding, Tom
Yes.
Beer.
Yes.
Also, I want to bring up the feature because I'm coming right out of the blocks with a feature. ATS Advisors, serving the people behind the numbers. That's Sully Sullivan,
That's
the
right.
Downtown Pourhouse's proprietor. Do you know what a proprietor of a pub is called? Like if we were in Ireland or Europe?
I do not.
A publican.
A publican.
So Sully Sullivan is our favorite publican.
Is that right?
That's right. That's right. So we're coming right out of the blocks with a feature, and that feature is the NCAA basketball conference tournaments arriving. So for those of you who have not been well-versed in the way that the tournament has been expanded, you're now looking at 68 teams because of used to be field of 64. Now there's 68 teams because of the four play-in games.
Oh, yes.
The play-in games
play-in
now. So
games.
now if you're on the bubble,
Yes.
you sometimes get stuck in one of these bastardized playoff entry games, which screws up your pools and kind of makes March Madness a little
it's
more of a
only
challenge.
It's a day early, right?
It's a couple
not
days
that big a
early.
deal.
And then those teams play into the field of 64. But before the field of 64, this week, you've got 31 conference champions that will get automatic bids in the NCAA tournament. So 31 teams will end up getting their ticket punched over these next couple of weeks. Any dark horses coming out of here? That's the first question. The feature is, who do you think has the shot to make a run at this thing out of nowhere?
Well, in the Big Ten, I really like Nebraska. They played well this year and played beyond what they were supposed to play at the beginning of the year. And also, too, Miami of Ohio. Have you watched them at all?
Miami of Ohio. I've seen them one time this year.
Yeah, I've watched them a couple times.
They are 29-0.
And they just pump threes. So, I mean, are we talking about for the NCAA tournament or the MAC tournament?
So Travis Steele is the coach at Miami of Ohio.
Okay.
They are 29-0. They've got a leading scorer. I saw him knock off 17 or 18 points, Suter, but they can all shoot it.
They can all shoot it.
They have 7 guys averaging in double figures.
Wow.
So 2 guys coming off the bench. But the other team that I think is similar to that is the first one that you mentioned, Nebraska. I think Nebraska's kind of flown under the radar. That is Fred Hoiberg. You remember Fred Hoiberg?
Yeah.
From his Iowa State days and his days bouncing around the Bulls and the NBA. Ended up coaching back at his alma mater at Iowa State, where he was Big 12 Coach of the Year. Then went to the Chicago Bulls, 5-year stint there. Now he's back in college basketball at Nebraska. He's probably going to be Coach of the Year again. He was in 2024 already with Nebraska, but he's got that team playing very well. He's coaching his son, Sam Hoiberg, who's on the team right now, leading in like assists and steals. Yeah. But Nebraska has all the pieces.
Oh, they do. And on the games I've watched against Michigan and Michigan State, they've been right there. You know, a couple of them they won, a couple they've lost, but they're not getting blown out by the elite teams in the Big Ten.
Big win against Michigan State, that home win for them where they rushed the floor and had a bunch of madness ensue. But the whole Big Ten, the whole top side of the Big Ten is loaded for bear, ready for the tournament, right? So you've got the University of Michigan that has more double-digit wins than anybody else has wins in the Big Ten.
And the best defense by far in the Big Ten.
They've beaten Illinois, Purdue, and Michigan State all on their own floor, right? So that hasn't happened in Big Ten history in 20-something years. But neither Michigan or Michigan State, and by the way, Michigan State only has 5 losses, neither of them have been able to figure out in this decade how to beat the Duke Blue Devils. So we're still stuck with this problem that at some point
Did you watch the game?
they were outclassed.
They were just outclassed. And they stayed in the game, but they were outclassed. Duke is just too good.
But it was
Too deep.
So I mean, Boozer is the whole show with Duke. Is the only chance to beat this team to knock him off of his game?
How are you going to knock him off his game? He's probably one of the best players.
From what I've heard, every guy in a college basketball team has 5 fouls to give.
Oh.
I would use all 5 in the first quarter for the 2 guys at the end of the bench and drive him absolutely effing bananas.
Wow. Other coaches don't think that, right?
So, I mean, is someone going to challenge Boozer, or are they going to let him roll 22, 23 points a game through the
Probably
NCAA tournament?
doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Well, Duke is a problem for both of them. And when I say problem, the Blue Devils are 23-8 against the University of Michigan and 15-4 against Michigan State.
Wow.
So they spend a lot of time spanking the shit out of the 2 Michigan teams that they have faced, and they have had, neither of these Michigan teams have beaten them in several years. So I thought, well, maybe Purdue, the new kid for the point guard, because he was at North Carolina, and I remember him beating them a couple of times when he was a freshman. I thought, okay, well, maybe that's the experience level. It certainly didn't look like it when Michigan just faced them, and he's lost to them now 4 times in a row.
Well, I didn't even realize this. When State played Purdue, they won 76-74. That was the first time since 2014 that they beat Purdue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just don't play well on the road, Michigan teams, for whatever reason.
No, so, I mean, when you look at the top teams that have a chance at this, I like Nebraska, the dark horse. I think Illinois has started to come back down to the water level. I think Purdue has a chance to make a run. Braden Smith is special, the point guard for Purdue. And Purdue's got these 3 players, all 3 of them. If they're on, they can beat anybody. That's Kaufman, Wren, and Lawyer, the other shooter. So I think Purdue has a shot to make a run out of the Big Ten, but
I still like Michigan. They're just too good, too deep.
I think Michigan goes the furthest,
Yeah.
but it all depends on where they're going to face Duke in the order, because that's obviously a game that's going to be special.
Yeah, but they're going to be in an opposite bracket, right? I mean, for
Maybe.
sure.
They'll be in one of the 4. It looks like they'll be
Yeah.
the so who are your 4 seeds right now?
Duke, Michigan. I kind of like Miami of Ohio, believe it or not.
Well, I'm talking about who's going to get a number 1 seed. You know they're not going to get a number 1 seed.
No,
number
no,
one
no,
seed
no,
is
no.
going to be either Arizona,
Yeah.
Iowa State,
Iowa State.
Houston,
Actually, yeah, Arizona and Iowa State is what I have.
UConn, right? So when you look at the Big East, you remember not that long ago, the Big East was the dominant conference in college basketball, right? They had their own TV channel, for God's sake, right? The Big East now has 3 teams that are even going to contend to make this tournament. The Big West is probably going to get as many teams in as the Big East. You're looking at UConn, St. John's with Rick Pitino, and Villanova with Kevin Willard. The rest of the Big East is scattered like sticks in the wind. So really, it's just the Big Ten and the Big 12. The ACC is in the same situation. ACC's got Duke, yes, no doubt about it. They're a fantastic team. But after that, Virginia, Miami, Clemson, I'm not scared of any of those teams. Those teams are going to have a tough time getting into the Sweet 16. And you go down, even the Big 12. After Arizona, Iowa State, and Houston, Texas Tech lost Toppin, their best player. He's out. He's done. So maybe Kansas's best player decides when he wants to play once in a while. He's only played 18 games this year because of his own DNPs, where now Bill Self is trying to figure out whether or not he can get this guy on the floor, right? When you see a guy like that that's regulating his own play, most people think he's the number 1 draft pick. Does that give you any faith for the rest of college basketball?
No, because there's so much more that goes into it. Leadership and defense, and no, it's good to have him, right? Good to have a great player that can score, but not if he's not a leader and he's not, who knows?
So we're talking about Peterson for Kansas now. This is the kid who has pulled himself out of games for cramps, can't figure,
that,
right?
yeah.
He's got injuries that seem like They
They
might be of the feminine nature. I don't know.
NBA injuries, right?
Yeah, they seem very suspect.
Yeah.
Right.
LeBron injuries.
And like he's time regulating himself, right?
Yeah,
Which is what we're hearing. Which what we're hearing Adam Silver and everybody in the NBA talking about, right? Is trying to do everything they can to get, even when it comes to the MVP, right? They're now if you miss more than 15 games, you're not going to be an MVP candidate.
That's a leadership thing, though. If you watch the NBA, it's horrible. Guys go down all the time, don't get touched, fake stuff. It's just the way it's just the way the games are now. It's not
Soccer injuries?
Yeah, soccer injuries. It's not suck it up and get up and run off the field. It's lay down on the field, have somebody, cart you off.
Well, I've looked at these. I've looked at these teams, and my favorite conference going into the conference tournaments, I like your Miami pick, but in the Big West, listen to these nicknames. Some of the greatest nicknames in sports right here. The battle for the Big West will be between the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. We've known about them for a long time. Mm-hmm. But do you know who the Anteaters are? You should.
Nevada?
Because Victor Kinney lives in this town.
Newport Beach?
No, he lives in a different town. His actual place is in what city?
Irvine.
UC Irvine, the Anteaters of UC Irvine. Then you've got the Matadors. Tell me who the Matadors are. This is a very tough one. I wouldn't have expected the average pedestrian to get this one.
And I'm an average pedestrian.
Well, for college nicknames, I would guess you are. Cal State Northridge is the Matadors. How about the University of San Diego? Do you know what their nickname is?
No.
The Tritons. And last but not least, my favorite of the bunch, fighting for the Big West Championship, the Gauchos. From the University of California at Santa Barbara.
Good God.
The Gauchos. Not to be confused with the Banana Slugs from the University of Santa Cruz, California, Santa Cruz.
Is that true?
That is true, the Banana Slugs. They tried to change it, and the student body
I
revolted.
would have never known that.
So that's the Big West rundown for you. Big 12, I like Arizona. Iowa State and Houston. Kelvin Sampson has got everybody back. Flemings and Sharp. Very tough in the backcourt there. I love Iowa State, but Iowa State has a few chinks in the armor. Buchanan, the big man for Iowa State, is shooting like 45% from the foul line. So again, similarly, in these big games, when it's tough, when you have a guy who is a liability who they can play hack-a-shack on and just put him on the line, knowing he can't make 1 out of 2, that's a significant disadvantage.
I would agree.
So when you're looking at these NCAA games, the conferences coming in, anybody you think?
Well, even like Miami and Akron, right, from the MAC.
Yeah, oh yeah, nobody mentions the Akron Zips.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, if this was a normal season and Miami wasn't 29-0,
they'd be leading the MAC.
Yeah, they're like 27-3.
Correct. But the problem is that they've got gaps. Like when we were at Wayne State, we had gaps, and good teams take advantage of those gaps, right? So I mean, maybe if they play their best game ever, they could be okay. But how often do you do that?
That's what I'm worried about with Michigan State. It seems like Michigan State, to make a run, almost has to play flawlessly because the big men are so inconsistent. Yeah. I mean, Cooper, Kohler, Carr, all three of them can be on again, off again, and if the lights aren't on 1,000%, I don't think that they get out of the second round.
Yeah, depends on the draw they get, but yes. Yeah.
Well, we when we run down these conferences, I'm going all the way down to the Patriot Conference because Dino Candela is around here somewhere. We have to find him somewhere. The Naval Academy sits atop the Patriot Conference for the first time since David Robinson was the center.
Did you know that?
The Naval Academy is 17-1 in conference. 25-6 on the season, and they are riding a 13-game win streak. And their point guard, you wouldn't believe this level of coincidence, is an Italian stallion named Austin Benini. 16.5 points a game. He leads the team in assists. He's shooting 42% from the field, 45% from three-point line.
Have you ever seen Dino shoot a basketball?
Well, that's why I was hoping he would comment.
I mean, it's all tricep.
Well, it's
and those alligator
it's
arms.
T-Rex arms.
Those
He's got
T-Rex.
he shoots it. It's like a snapback off of his shot. The ball normally hits the backboard first.
No, it bounces off the backboard and almost
and gets
goes
no
out.
rim
No.
because of its velocity towards the object. So yeah, Austin Benini and the Naval Academy are atop the Patriot. They'll probably come out of there. There are some sleepers: Utah State and New Mexico in the Mountain West. Gonzaga can't really be a sleeper anymore after all the times that they've run it up with Graham Ike. They've got a hell of a team. And then I'll make one last mention of the defending national champions, the Florida Gators. The SEC is down this year, although Alabama's made a little bit of a run late here in the year. Vanderbilt and Tennessee are still ranked, but Florida's the class of that league.
I like Vandy too. As somebody that's going to come.
Just because they're smart and in Nashville.
Yeah,
you know who the sleeper is in Nashville?
What?
Belmont. Belmont will win the Missouri Valley. They're 26-5. They're the other school in downtown Nashville.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So don't sleep on Belmont. They might get out of the first round. I'm not expecting anything more than that, but they might get out of the first round.
You see the interview with Pitino?
Yeah.
He says I'm not even recruiting high school players.
Yeah. It's
I'm
all
not
the portal.
interested.
It's the portal and the NIL.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe some of these teams, senior leadership rises. Maybe some of these superstar freshmen and sophomores shrink.
I mean, that's got to be the case at Miami of Ohio. There got to be a bunch of seniors and some really good juniors.
So we'll see. There's a lot going on. GOATQuest feature sponsorship, this time brought to you by Faro Imaging in Livonia, Michigan. Faro Imaging is your first and last stop for printing projects of any size. We bring your ideas to life in big, colorful ways and always make you and your message the top priority. Come to Faro Imaging and get the best customer service at the best price. So the next thing on the list, also happening next week, is the World Baseball Classic. I know that this doesn't matter to most people. This is kind of like the Four Nations for hockey.
Yeah, okay.
Right? It's the international thing, but it is going to be going on in Tokyo, Puerto Rico, Houston, and Miami.
Miami, you said, yeah.
Miami, but the bottom line here is that Tarek Skubal, your Detroit Tigers pitcher, and multiple-time Cy Young Award winner in a row now, is going to be showing up for Team USA. Hopefully we make a good showing. Otani will be there for Japan, certainly.
Yeah.
You're going to have all the Venezuelan, Puerto Rican ball players.
So it's 20
The
teams.
Dominicans are loaded.
So it's 20 teams, 4 pools, a 12-day tournament. Quick,
It's
in and
going to
out.
and it's going to be done before
And
the
it's
season
one,
starts.
and it's one and done.
Which is what I like
And
about
it's
it.
one and done, right?
Gives me something to watch, something on the television that's interesting before the season starts.
Yeah.
And it's not really spring training, right? These guys will leave spring training, go play this tournament, and then report back to Florida or Arizona.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're prepared for the season and you're healthy and such, but yeah.
You got to get tuned. This is like they're going to be playing for national pride.
Every one of them is taking a
course.
pay cut, right?
Of course they are. That's what is necessary in this case. So we did not do up to this point is we did not recap the monumental success of the Olympic Games that the United States of America, our republic for which we stand, just contributed 12 additional gold medals, 33 medals total. We're going to probably mispronounce some Norwegian names on the next episode because that's what we like to do.
Yeah.
Schmorgen,
and they had-
Mjorgenborgen.
And they had 41 medals total.
They got 41. Yeah. Okay, so I heard an interesting interview. I don't know if you heard this or not, but they asked the Norwegian Minister of Sport, how are they so frickin' good at all of these Nordic sports, right? Now, obviously, the climate helps them and
Sure.
the terrain helps them significantly. But it isn't like we don't have mountains in the United States of America that have snow on them for the whole year, right?
I can't wait to hear this.
So this is what he said. It's interesting. I found this fascinating. He said that they turned the corner with their Olympic sports program.
Steroids?
No.
No.
They turned the corner when at the youth sports level, they stopped keeping score or promoting players until they were about 12 years old. Once they get to about 12 or 13, then they start embedding the competitive influence back into the times, the rankings, the scores. Up until you're 12 or 13 in Norway, they don't even put a scoreboard up for a lot of this stuff. And what he said was, it gets more people, more of the late bloomers that wouldn't have been participating because they'd have gotten so shellacked over by these kids that are 6 foot when they're 12 years old, that you don't have these kids that are late bloomers getting lost in the mix. Everybody gets embraced until they're 12 or 13, and then when they're 12 or 13 and they can handle the defeat of losing, then they get ranked and shuffled into order.
Don't you look back at your life and look at all the setbacks that you had and all the times that you didn't get picked and you should have, and like pull your bootstrap, pick, you know what I mean? I mean, so everybody's equal, even though the guy runs 5 seconds faster than me?
Well, I'm bringing that's the debate here, right? I'm bringing up because it's an interesting component, right? The interesting component here is it more important to get more kids playing longer to see the late bloomers who might come on the scene, or is it more important to have the competitive influence at the earliest age so that they learn lessons from defeat?
And you would say it's the first part. Yeah.
I'm not saying either. I'm saying what the guy in Norway is doing.
Yeah.
That's 41 medals, 18 golds versus our 12.
Yeah.
There's
I don't know.
empirical evidence behind this, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess so. But
Well-
it's also empirical that they live in a fucking blizzard for fucking their whole life. I mean, are you kidding me? They're good at skating. I fucking grew up in a blizzard my whole life, and I'm good at skating.
Are you saying that I would be good at the Macarena if I grew up where these
Yeah.
nachos
If
were
you
more
in
often?
Mexico, you better be able to do the Macarena.
All right. Italy.
Yeah.
Italy for Dino comes in third with 10 gold medals. The host country.
Dino,
God bless him.
if you were in Italy,
Mike Bokorski's here with us. Poland, not on the list. Sorry. Poland, not on the list.
and you had to play an Olympic sport that was in the winter, don't say bobsled.
Wine drinking.
It's not a sport.
Chianti. In Italy, they call it Chianti drinking.
Chianti. Bocce ball.
Bocce ball is an Olympic sport. That is a great idea. Is it not a? Is it? Does somebody? Can we get bocce into the Olympics? Or lawn bowling, which is even more fun than bocce because you can pick the terrain.
Might.
In the winter, it's called curling.
Well, and the United States, good call out because the United States did get a curling medal.
Curling team. I bet you could try out and you could be the buffer.
Corey Thies, the two Coreys, Corey Thies and Corey Dropkin for Team USA got its very first Olympic mixed doubles curling medal, a silver medal for the United States. Olympians, Olympic recap. Who was your favorite Olympian in this time around?
Huh. Who was my favorite Olympian this time around? Probably Megan Keller, the girl that scored the winning goal for the
Megan
US.
Keller, Farmington Hills, right?
Farmington Hills.
Was that Honey Baked? Is that why she's
Yeah,
Farmington?
I think she played a honey bake, yeah.
Okay. So she has the
Played
golden
for
goal.
the
She,
Boston Fleet in the PWHL or whatever.
overtime winner. Don't say like whatever.
I don't remember.
Your significant other is a formidable force in women's hockey.
Yeah.
You need to know these things.
I
The
don't
Professional
need- I
Women's
don't
Hockey
need-
League
I
is
don't
what it's
need
called.
To know. I should know.
All
but
right.
I don't.
So Megan Keller wins the golden goal. She gets the gold medal in overtime. And then, of course, on the United States side, Jack Hughes.
Who lives in Orchard Lake with his brother. They have a house on Orchard Lake, and they played.
And they were in Plymouth Canton when they were at NTDP. We're going to get into all the Michigan connections. We're going to save that. Let's go through the rest of our favorites before we get into the Team USA men's hockey team because that was an epic win. The women's team also epic win. The goaltender, Connor Hellebuck from Commerce Township, Michigan, wins the MVP, gets the presidential medal. But the women's goalie gave up less goals, and she also won.
Yeah.
So she didn't get a presidential medal.
I don't know
Is that
her name.
misogyny? Is that indoctrinated misogyny?
No, it's just the way the game went.
Okay, I guess we
don't.
just blow that off. That's Tom Beer giving it a left-handed blow off. So Jordan Stolz. Jordan Stolz is the speed skater who, rivaling Eric Heiden, who we gave last week or last broadcast our Olympian of all time for the Winter Olympics. He won 3 medals.
Okay.
Okay, he won the 500, the 1,000, and he got the silver in the 1,500. Jordan Stolz from West Bend, Wisconsin. You got Wisconsin people in your family, don't you?
They live in West Bend.
Oh my! Tracy Beer lives in West Bend.
Yeah. Lives in West Bend.
Get out of here!
Not kidding you.
This kid's hometown.
Yeah.
His dad built outdoor lights for him and his sister to skate constantly all night long, and then he wins 3 medals.
Wow.
You know what his training regimen is? Guess what his food that he eats that is his secret every day of training?
Brats.
Pizza.
Pizza?
Dude eats pizza every day. He's 21 years old. That's just, yeah, he's going to learn real quick.
When you're 21, it does.
He's going to look like Dino and you.
Look what
In about 10 years.
Look at what you used to eat in college. You remember? Pringles. You'd eat a whole thing of Pringles.
There's nothing wrong with a Pringle. You dust
whole
a little
thing of Pringles?
You dust a little sour cream and onion on it, and it's almost perfection.
Dude, it almost made me
There's
puke.
nothing wrong with a Pringle. Michaela Schifrin reclaimed the gold medal in the women's slalom. You watch that one?
No.
Did you watch Breezy Johnson?
No.
Instead of Lindsey Vonn winning the downhill? Second
a little
woman
bit I
ever.
did. A little bit
Lindsey
I
Vonn
did.
in 2010, and then Breezy Johnson
I'd rather
won?
watch Lindsey Vonn.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Just the truth.
Just
Just the truth.
just because.
I'd rather watch Lindsey Vonn.
I guess.
So.
Well, Schifrin won by 1.5 seconds. That's the largest margin of victory in the Olympic alpine events ever.
Okay.
So I'm going to give a shout out to Schifrin. We got gold medal in figure skating, Alyssa Liu, if you saw her.
Yep.
They also won the team in figure skating.
With her boyfriend.
Alana Myers-Taylor won a first ever Olympic gold medal with the bobsled, the monobob. I'm sorry, that's the single bob. Not to be confused with the double bob. All right. I've got some bobs coming up here later in the conversation. But any of these, did you watch any new sports that you were amazed by in the Winter Olympics?
You know, I'm at the point in my life that I don't watch a whole lot of new sports.
No?
No, that I haven't watched.
When
for
the curling
last
came on, you
50
went-
Years. I watched the curling.
How many gummies would it take you to get through a curling match?
2. Give me that beer.
Two and a half. Passing
But
the beer.
no, I didn't really watch a whole lot. I mean, the hockey was great, and that's kind of primarily what I watched. A little bit of the downhill. I watched figure skating a little bit, but
Well, Chloe Kim did not win in the half pipe, but we did get the moguls out of Elizabeth Lemley. Chloe Kim took silver. Yeah, we got a couple others here. Not that the gold medals that I'm blowing off weren't important, but we had a lot of them. So it brings us back to the Olympic men's hockey team.
Dino, get up here.
You got to come. We need to call the Candyman into the room. The Olympic men's hockey team. I'm going to run them down for you, all right? Because this was something of epic proportion. Matt Boldy, big goal scorer, Minnesota Wild. Kyle Connor, University of Michigan from the Winnipeg Jets. Jack Eichel of the Golden Knights. Jake Gensel of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Jack Hughes, Michigander from the New Jersey Devils. Clayton Keller from the Utah Hockey Club, now the Mammoth. Dylan Larkin from Waterford, Michigan is a Red Wing. Austin Matthews is a Maple Leaf. JT Miller is a Vancouver Canuck. Brock Nelson is a 3-generation USA Olympian. His grandfather, his father, and himself. 3rd generation for the Islanders.
Wow, that's awesome.
Tage Thompson from the Sabres Had breakfast with him. My wife and I, we didn't actually have breakfast with him. He was at the table next to us. Didn't know we were really there, but we were in the same restaurant at the same time with Tage Thompson. No, that was in Buffalo.
That just explained every.
That was in Buffalo.
Every golf story.
Trade, good point, from the peanut gallery in the back. Vincent Trocheck from the Rangers. Matthew Tkachuk and Brady Tkachuk, the Panthers and the Senators. On defense, Brock Faber, Noah Hannafin, Quinn Hughes, another Michigan man from the University of Michigan. Jackson Lacombe from the Ducks, Charlie McAvoy from the Bruins, Jake Sanderson, also Ottawa Senators, Jacob Slavin from the Hurricanes. Some of these guys were hurt. Zach Werenski from Grosse Pointe, Michigan for the Blue Jackets. Connor Hellebuck from Walled Lake Northern High School in Commerce Township, never played junior hockey, AAA hockey. And Jake Ottinger was the backup with Jeremy Swayman from the Bruins. So that is the group that rekindled the 1980 Miracle on Ice for us, going to overtime. Dino, we brought you in for a Candyman commentary here. Tell me what was equally magical about this team's roll to the gold.
Let's start with 46 years. 46 years. That's a long layoff.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
I thought they had to win it once somewhere.
No, they had a silver in there in between, but 46 years. The big takeaway for me was just the pure excitement, right? You do a best of 7 series, Canada's going to win. But when Canada said
Probably 6 games.
yeah, 6.5. But the comment is, well, we were better. Yeah, but your goalie wasn't. The goalie was the difference maker. It just felt so good for that kid. Basically, never played AAA. For me, that was the thrill. The story of the 3 Michiganders on the ice, 4 with the goalie. I mean, what a story. You couldn't script something like that. You
Well,
can't write.
didn't Hellebuck get the second assist on the goal? Like, I saw somebody wrote up that, Hellebuck made the outpass. The assist was from Werenski to Hughes,
Yeah.
so Michigan to Michigan.
You know, by the way, I don't like that.
What?
I don't like the third guy getting a fucking assist.
But
Oh, is that you're making a change to
yeah,
a sport now?
Unless it's his
You're
girlfriend.
weighing in.
No, because Minot talks
Like
about
Bettman
that
hasn't
all the time.
been booed by everybody in America and Canada multiple times.
I don't like
You want to jump on the bandwagon and change the whole goddamn game.
I like 2 passes. That's
I
it.
assisted
I don't
it.
like the 3 pass shit.
The third pass doesn't get an assist.
I don't
It's
like
just
that.
the 2 passes.
No. There's
Bing,
a third.
bing, bang.
No, you guys were just talking about
Bing,
one.
bing, bang.
It was
Bing,
3.
bing,
No.
bang.
Or 2. It should only be 1.
We got,
Should
first of
only
all,
be one.
you
Shut the
got
fuck
you got
up.
to get your toes out of your shoes and your fingers to get the counting right.
1. It should be 1, not 2.
All right, let's go. Let me go on
One
the
assist,
record.
that's it. You just want a primary, that's it.
I assisted on every Joe Goff and Tom Beer touchdown at Wayne State University.
100%.
Yep. See, there you go.
Jury
That's how the
jury
third
came in
assi-
on that one.
That's
a
how
long
the
time
third
ago.
assist works. So, yeah, miracle. 46 years. The tension was so high when he scored. I just jumped out of my couch. Still in my tighty whities, spilled coffee all over myself.
Was there but please tell me that at some point there was a coffee stain on the tighty whities.
There was a stain. It might not have been
It wasn't
coffee.
coffee.
It wasn't coffee. Yeah,
Oh, just a little bit of pee came out. Oh,
yellow in
that's-
front, brown in back.
Well, that's too much information for radio. But
Vicky.
the Michigan connections to this game were enormous and ubiquitous. You had, first of all, Keller, right? The wife, Farmington Hills girl, scores the golden goal in the women's game. Then we switch over to the men's game. First of all, Quinn Hughes was the hero of the overtime game before, so you got Michigan man scoring the overtime. Dylan Larkin started 2 games with the first goals of the game. Werenski makes the assist to Jack Hughes, another Michigan. Hellebuck is the MVP with 41 out of 43 stops. When you start running down the number of Michigan connections there, and it was all over the ice, every play that was significant in this thing had a Michigan man
This
front
is-
and center.
Just like that, Michigan's the mecca of hockey.
Okay, you're not the first one to say this, right? Like, Minnesota gets a lot of run for being the state of hockey. But I will tell you this. I'm at a wedding. my cousin Jimmy. I'm going to give Jimmy Bohr a shout out. My cousin Jimmy got married up in the mountains in Colorado, and he's very close friends with Joe Sakic. So Sakic's at the wedding. Sakic's son went through some concussions, so he and I are sitting at the bar talking about concussions. I told him about my situation. We get to shoot in the bowl, and I tell him my son,
What's your situation?
well, I had 7 concussions.
He played college
7
football.
recorded concussions, and I too worry that one day the other shoe will drop, and I won't be able to converse with you this fluently. Right?
You got about a year.
We'll see. We'll see how the D grade. My wife often says, "Is this the moment?" Right? Okay. So
You're starting to have them.
So we're sitting there, we're shooting the bull about this, and he said, we're talking about my son who just played for the Maine Nordiques, just got his NAHL debut.
Oh, he did?
He did. He got called up to the big club and got his debut in junior A hockey.
Kristen?
So he asked me, who's coaching your son? And I said, well, it's Craig Willannon. And he looks at me and he goes, Craig Willannon is your kid's AAA coach. This is when my son was playing AAA. He said, he was a number 1 draft pick when I was at the Quebec Nordiques. And I said, yeah. And he said, yeah. And then he came to Avalanche with us, and we won the Stanley Cup. He was on the Stanley Cup team. I said, yeah, I knew both those things because I know Craig Willannon. He says to me, "Whoa, wow, that's." And I said, "Well, there's probably another name you're going to know. The guy who runs the organization is Dwayne Norris." And he looks at me and goes, "Get the fuck." Dwayne Norris was his captain of Team Canada when he first made Team Canada for the first time. So he looks at me and he goes, "So you're playing for a AAA team in a suburb of Detroit, and you got Craig Willannon as the coach, and Dwayne Norris is running the league." He's like, "All right, but Michigan there's something in the water there." So even guys like Joe Sakic, a top 10 player of all time from Canada, recognizes that Michigan is leading the way in youth hockey. And that's quite frankly also why I think NTTP in Plymouth, Michigan at the USA Hockey
Not even
Arena.
youth hockey. It's college hockey. It's all the,
Michigan and Michigan
dude,
State,
all
number
the-
1 and number
Western.
3.
Yeah,
Western's ranked.
Yeah, a lot of the scouts for NHL teams live in Detroit.
It's the hub of excellence.
Yeah.
Dino, did you have any more USA Hockey remarks before we move on?
Let's not forget the girls. That's all.
Layla Edwards, first African American player, she scored, had 2 goals and 6 assists.
6'1", beast mode.
Megan Keller was the golden goal, and Jack Hughes was the other golden goal. Those are the 2 that'll go down in history.
Grew up 10 miles apart from each other. But
Farmington Hills and Orchard Lake.
Yeah.
They're right next to each other. Yeah.
Beautiful thing for Oakland County.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, hooray for Michigan, hooray. That's going to take us right into De La Salle's finest, Michael Pekorski.
Oh,
Come
God.
over here and join Dino Candela.
Yeah, Dino, don't go anywhere.
By the
You're
way,
not
Craig
done.
Willannon was from De La Salle.
Yes, he was.
Also.
We were classmates.
Who is the greatest athlete in the history of De La Salle High School
Andy
in
Wade.
Warren, Michigan?
Andy Wade.
Come on.
Sugar
Andy.
Shane.
Well, there's a few actually.
What about?
I mean, there was
well, you got to come over here. We need to.
Yeah.
Get us
Yeah,
over
you
to the
guys-
mic.
LaSalle had some great athletes. You had Peplowski, you had Pepper, who went to Michigan State, played basketball. You had Ford.
There's another Pole.
Alan
There's
Ford.
another Polish person. I almost said the pole with the key thing at the end of it, but I don't say that anymore. That's disrespectful. So there's another Polish
Racist.
player who played for Thomas Beer's team, the Detroit Lions. You remember him?
Are you telling me there's not a Polak that doesn't have a ski at the end?
There are a few Polak. You can go see
Keith
CZYK.
Karpinski.
Oh, Karpinski, yes.
Sobak
Yeah.
I never met him.
So back
He just missed you.
He was before me. He
Just
was a
missed you.
linebacker,
Yeah.
I think, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anybody better than Karpinski and Craig Willannon?
No. Well, Woolley was kind of interesting.
Alan Jefferson was so
Alan
beat.
Jefferson was. He just unfortunately got hurt.
Yeah.
But Alan Jefferson dominated in high
Agreed.
school.
Okay, enough of De La Salle, right? Because
Builders of boys, makers of men. We can't.
I
have enough
can't
of
talk
LaSalle.
well, you got Orchard Lake, St. Mary's, Brother Rice, and Catholic Central, so you're always sitting
All
fourth.
great
Means
schools.
you're off the podium.
All great schools.
Right? Gold, silver, bronze. You're
All
off the
great schools.
podium. All right. So, all time, this is our GOAT list on the GOAT cast. Who is the greatest American-born hockey player in the history of the sport?
Well, you know what I do.
Because it is not
I
our
come
sport.
right out and say the number one.
No, you don't
You
say
can't
number
start with
one.
number one.
Build up
That's
to
what I
number
do.
one.
That's what I do.
You can't start.
He's going to take the air out of the
He's gonna
balloon right
sandbag
now.
the
I'm going to
whole
start
thing.
eating nachos.
I won't do that, though.
You're
I'll
going to say
wait.
Michael Jordan.
I'll start at number 5 because that's as deep as I can go without
Okay.
getting into goalies. And you got Jonathan Quick as a goalie, Mike Richter, Hellebuck.
What about Hobie Baker?
Hold on,
What about Hobie Baker
wait,
from Princeton University?
I haven't got to my
Are you
number-
separating by position, or are you just doing greatest?
no.
It doesn't matter. They just play hockey.
I am, but my number 5 is Pat LaFontaine.
Wow, excellent, good one.
1,013 points,
Waterford, Michigan.
865 games. He averaged over a point a game. Great player.
I went and talked to him. Well, he is a member of the family deal, LaFontaine Car Dealership.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He is a member of the. He's a cousin. He's from
Producer.
town.
Not a paying sponsor.
Not a paying spot. Mike LaFontaine. Mike LaFontaine went to a grade school with me. So did Danny. They were in my grade. Ryan was a couple years behind me in my brother's grade. Kelly was behind him. So all the LaFontaines went to grade school with me. Pat LaFontaine, their older cousin, I believe he came and visited us in like 4th grade. Love Pat LaFontaine.
You do number 4 because we have the same one.
Brian Leach.
Brian Leach. Yeah.
One of
So
the greatest.
Brian Leach, yeah, 1 Stanley Cup, 94, Norris, two Norris trophies, 1,028
He
points.
won 2
top
Norris
defenseman,
trophies?
17 seasons with the Rangers, Maple Leafs, and Bruins.
My chat GPT didn't pull that up.
What about Mark Howe as a defenseman?
I got
You got Mark
I got
Howe on
Howe
your-
as a
Gordie
kind of an
Howe's
honorable
son?
mention, got him, but
He should
but
be an honorable mention.
he's honorable
Yeah.
mention. My Mark
Great
Howe's got
story.
742 points, 929 regular season games.
We're talking about.
mean, he's good.
We're
He's-
talking about our next people.
he's-
Shall
When
we?
we
He's
talk,
average.
Just let me a sidebar though. When we talk father and son in hockey,
Yeah.
Mark Howe he ended up with the Wings at the end of his career. He had a great career. You look at his career; he played a long time. Have the Kachuk boys passed Mark Howe
Oh, yeah.
as the father and son?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Stanley
With
Cup.
Keith and Matthew and Brady.
No doubt about it.
So the
That big
Kachucks
fight,
are now
the
the
big fight they had
Kachucks are
last
now the
year.
father and son
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, probably.
I would agree.
Okay, that's an
But Howe
interesting
we can't forget what
sidebar.
Howe did for
Well,
us. in
Hughes.
Detroit.
You got Hughes' fathers, but Hughes.
No, Hughes isn't father son.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
played-
mother.
Mother.
Mother
The
son.
mom was
Mother played with
was
Manoa.
the dominant player.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Wait, you want my number 5?
Yes, who's your five? Or Mount Rushmore?
By
3,
the way,
4, 5.
well, I went off the reservation because I looked at it as NHL dominance, international impact, longevity, legacy.
Oh, you're gonna give me a Mark Johnson
I'm
reset?
coming off the reservation. Fucking Tamer, the pride of Dearborn.
Tamer!
600 games. Well, if you think about the era of hockey, it was Modano, Tamer, all those guys that transitioned hockey from what it was in the 70s to what it became. Because without the Olympics, 1980s,
Former AAA youth hockey coach locally here.
yep, absolute stud.
Owner of what's the fitness place?
Brighton CrossFit.
CrossFit.
Silent guy, not a talker, but he's on my list because if you look at his impact on the game, he brokered that bridge from the 70s to the 90s and what hockey is today. Silent assassin, didn't talk, and don't forget, who's the greatest enforcer of all time? I know you can answer.
Bob Probert.
Tamer TKO'd him October 12th, 1995, straight left hand TKO'd him.
What?
Split
Do
his-
we have video on this?
Yes, YouTube. Pull it up.
I want the video.
Yeah.
We will put.
That
We
hurt me
will
more
put
than
the
anything.
video evidence.
Yeah, everything with you has got
Rambo from the Peanut Gallery is talking about all kinds of felonies that took place before the game. We can't prove that.
Yeah.
There is
Sorry,
no proof.
Chris.
Allegedly, there was some spice in the oregano.
Yeah. Spice in the regular. Chris Tamer is my number 5 just because of his.
It was snowing on the
impact.
beach.
Yeah, snowing on the beach.
So you really think, and I'm biased, I'm just going to get that right on the table now. You think Probert was a better enforcer than Joe Kocur? The Joe Kocur?
Probert was the greatest enforcer of all
Joe
time.
Kocur.
don't know,
Joe
man.
Kocur feared Bob Probert.
Yeah.
They're a good team.
Yeah, I would say a good team,
Bob
but I don't know.
Probert-
I'd be scared.
Bob
I
Probert
don't know.
feared
You
Bob
see when they
Probert.
fought, he wasn't afraid of Probert.
Well, no,
He's not afraid of me.
They
But
didn't
Joe
throw-
Co-
they
first
didn't
of all-
throw any punches. Really.
Well,
First
that
of all,
was-
since
you're
Joe,
that coked
since
up.
Joey Koster is a local guy to my house, he's the toughest man I've ever seen in my life. All right,
Smart.
because I don't want to run into him at a wine tasting in Brighton.
and I've played golf with him before. He is the nicest guy you've ever met.
He is.
I
He
mean,
coached.
he actually looks. He looks for no conflict, like none.
And I'm
Over $1 putt, or when you're playing golf with him, he wants no conflict.
I'm gonna double down on that.
Okay.
Some of you will remember that we all used to frequent a place called Cafe Max
Yes.
out at the Oakland Pontiac Airport back in the
Yes.
day. Okay.
With the back
Joey Koser and Probert used to come in and play pool in the back.
That's right.
And just like every Tom, Dick, and Harry, some drunken a-hole from Watertucky, no offense, Dylan Larkin and Pat LaFontaine from Waterford, Michigan.
What do you mean? You're not from Waterford?
I'm not from Waterford.
You're
I
from-
grew up in Commerce Township, you son of a bitch.
Which
You're
is
from
called
fucking
for
Walled Lake. That's fucking Waterford.
Union Lake.
Commerce Township
It's called
is
Union
code
Lake.
for wa-
Yeah.
And I was and I was in Boyne City until 4th grade. All right, God
That's
damn it.
even fucking worse. You're a fucking redneck from up north.
Boyne City. I grew up on a mountain,
You mouth-
like with men with steel in my hands, blades, and shit that you had to move and roll over elevation.
What, there ain't no fucking mountains up there. Yeah, don't fuck you, boy.
It's devolved into chaos already. So
Rein it in,
Anyway,
rein it
so
in.
where I'm where we're coming down on
I'm gonna have
this
to
is
cut all that out because I'm fucking.
while
you.
they were playing billiards in the back of Cafe Max, multiple
Billiards.
people would try to come up.
And fuck with them?
Challenge, yeah. Everybody wanted to take a shot.
Get out of here.
Probably trying to get a lawsuit or some kind of a payday. They'd give them some shit. I watched Joey Koser and Bob Probert on multiple occasions just completely acquiesce to a peaceful existence. Like, I think there's a
Probert even?
yeah, I think there's a switch that gets flipped, right? Like, these guys know, they've been told since they were how old in junior hockey? Look, when you step off the ice, you can get in big trouble because you're going to be looked at as the enforcer guy, and no judge or jury is going to have any sympathy when you beat the living daylights out of some idiot from Waterford.
That's right.
I think that's the way. But
And the
both
pay
of those
probably
guys,
separates it too.
both of those guys,
I'd think that too if I grew up in Union Lake.
yeah. Well, right before Probert passed away, may he rest in peace. Before he passed away, he was supposed to do a speaking engagement for us. We were doing a promotion with him the 2 weekends from when he passed away, when he was out on the boat, and was it in Lake St. Clair or Detroit
Yeah.
River,
Yeah.
somewhere over there.
Doing.
Yeah, when that whole thing
Oh,
went down.
thanks,
so
Buck.
very sad situation. May Bob Probert rest in peace. He was a great Red Wing, and Joey Koser, still around, one of the great tough guys of all time.
Bob Probert was my favorite player ever.
Now, well, who's the greatest American-born hockey player? Let's get to number three.
Number 3. Wait, did we skip number 4?
You can do 4.
4
No, we
was
said
for
Brian
me.
Leach,
No,
and
Brian
you said your guy.
Tabor was 5, and Michael Ruzioni is 4. Why? Legacy.
Michael Ruzioni is not from Michigan.
He's an American.
Can I challenge that? I love Aruzioni, and I know he's Italian, and I know you love him because he
I'm going to
scored
hit you with a
big goal.
counter argument.
My counter argument is on that team. It's got to be Mark Johnson because Mark Johnson not only scored the goal, he scored. He had like 11 points in that tournament, and he played like 10 years in the NHL. Like he had a real career.
All great arguments. All great arguments.
that's the coach at Wisconsin now?
That's the guy who, yeah.
Chairman, may I rebut?
Yeah.
The reason of Ruzioni, because he was a captain, he realized his value was peaked out at that moment. There's no going higher from that moment, right? By the way, he did score the go-ahead goal against the Russians.
He did.
Slava Fetisov was 117 years old. Okay. But-
Did he and Larionov already have a winery somewhere by that time?
They had some
In Crimea?
The Russians were grown men. They were in their 30s, right? Aruzioni was old for his age at 25 years old, so he was an old college player. But he forever changed hockey, or that team did, but him specifically because he was the captain. He recognized his legacy, didn't play in the NHL, Youth hockey tripled in the United States immediately following the Olympics. The number of arenas quadrupled. There was one arena in this area, Novi Ice Arena. They tore it down. Now there's one every 5 feet. So he forever changed. Let me say it a different way. If it wasn't for Michael Ruzioni, there would be no Chelios, there would be no Tamer, there would be no all these guys.
I'm buying it.
Huge.
I'm actually buying it. So
Right.
where you're going here is that
He changed the game again.
impact factor,
Legacy,
the ripple effect.
legacy impact. Thank you very much.
That people, which by the way is what a lot of young men say was the reason why Muhammad Ali is looked at as the greatest, because for a lot of young men, Muhammad Ali symbolized
What you want to be.
what
yeah.
they wanted to be.
Two.
All right, I get it.
Yeah, his impact can't be overstated, Joe. He forever changed American hockey.
Yeah, but hockey would have went
let's
on
get-
without him. But I know what you're saying. I get what
American hockey is what he's saying.
Yeah, American hockey. It was
All
a
right, so
Canadian
let's
sport
where we got the top three now. We're whittling
we
it
got to
down.
get Porker in.
No, we got 3. We're still on 3.
We're on 3, but when we get down to the 3, it's really about every one of us picking who number 1 is.
Right.
Because we don't want to give away who it's going to end up being in the end. So really, right now, it's the debate of who's the greatest American-born hockey player of all time. Mike Pekorski, lead us off. You're the De La Salle guy. You've been off the podium for a long time. Get on the podium and give us number 1.
All right, you want number 1?
Yes.
Wow, jumping right to
Number
number
1.
Go 3 to 1. We're skipping.
Who is your number 1? Because it's probably going to be my number 3.
Mine's going to be the bartender.
You're right. You're right. Hey, Tom, he does love to talk. He asks you the question. He just jumps right.
If it's
right
Hobie
in.
Baker,
Leads it right in.
if it's Hobie Baker, he went to Princeton.
No, it's not Hobie.
Chris Tamer was a Hobie Baker finalist.
And I'm going to say this. I'm going to lead in with this. It's really, really close. And the only reason I'm going to separate this is because of just individual trophies.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with Patrick Kane. I'm going with Patrick Kane because of the fact he's won the Art Ross Trophy, he's won the Calder Trophy, he's won the Conn Smythe Trophy. He's 19 seasons. He's still on the ice. He's led the league in scoring. I mean,
won
it's just,
3 Stanley
He's won
Cups.
3 Stanley Cups. But again, we could debate the cup thing all day long, right? Because that's a team award, right?
probably
that's
the
a,
most
That's a
skilled
team
player
achievement,
ever.
right?
Whoa. It's a team, but he scored the most goals on every one of
get
those
it.
teams.
I get it, but sometimes, right, there's a lot of players who are great players. They just weren't on the right team to win the championship, right? It could be in any sport. But individually, the achievements that he's had and the years he's played and the influence he's had on teams is amazing. And it was really close for me between him and actually Chris Chelios. Really close.
Well,
Really close.
All right. So
Chelios is number 3.
But that's what I have. I have Patrick Kane as
Tom
number
Beer.
one.
I know.
I have Patrick Kane.
I mean, I have Patrick Kane as my number 1, but I know what both of you are
Everybody's got to
You're
love
gonna
Patty
say
Kane.
Mike Modano. Probably.
Dino Candela.
Dino Candella's going to say.
Patrick Kane is more skilled, probably the most skilled American player ever.
Greatest. He might be the greatest power play player of all time.
It probably
Regardless of where he's from. On the power play, Patrick Kane might be the greatest power play contributor of all time.
probably the best shorthanded, power play, but also playoff guy. He was key in the playoffs every time. So Patrick Kane. Obviously, what's left is Modano, but
Westland, Michigan. Are you kidding me? I wish Brett Slaka was here.
Hold on,
Garden
time out.
City neighbors.
Woo.
Garden City can smell Westland.
Chelios is number 3 because I don't like him.
Ooh, I just had a good conversation with him the other night.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Super nice
He
guy.
was at Pat McGinnis's birthday party.
But he's super weird.
I didn't think so. You thought Shelley was weird.
What does that
You're
have to do with
weird.
I'll tell you a story. So I got some buds. They went up to
Is this third hand or first hand?
first hand.
Joe Goffhand?
No. But they went up to what's the golf course up here? Where you went?
True North.
No.
Harbor Springs?
No.
Bel Air.
No. Fucking
Shanty Creek.
Arcadia.
Bay Harbor, Arcadia Bluffs,
They go to Arcadia.
Forest Dunes,
And Kit.
Orchard Lake Country Club,
Shut the fuck up.
Oak Point.
At Oak Point.
Whoa. Union Lake Golf Course.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Union Lake Golf Course, public course.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Used to be called Harley's.
Yeah. Anyway, they went up there, and the Kid Rock was with them. We had a bunch of my buds were up there. They go up there, and he wears cowboy boots and walks.
Chris Chelios is wearing
Cowboy boots and walks for
in
3
northern
days
Michigan.
at Arcadia.
On the golf course.
On the golf course. He's a Fruit Loop.
You thought that was the
He's
NFL
a Fruit Loop.
perspective. So
Yeah.
the NFL
The Kid
player
Rock was
looks
there,
at the
a bunch of my other
NHL
buddies.
multiple All-Star.
I don't care.
Winner.
I don't care. You don't wear cowboy boots
You
on
don't
the
wear
golf
cowboy
course
boots.
for 3 days.
So
You're
you
a
guys
Fruit
have
Loop.
given me.
Arcadia Bluffs.
No.
Maybe at Maple Lanes in Warren.
Bayport.
We didn't spend. I don't know if we spent enough time on 1,374 points, which is what Mike Modano did. But I want to give another Mike Modano shout out. I don't want to just skate over the greatest American player from a goal scoring and offensive production standpoint of all time. Because I would debate that if you look at Chelios, that's the defender. You look at the offensive side, that's Mike Modano and Patrick Kane. Modano got robbed here in Detroit. I don't know if you guys have heard the story about what Babcock did to him.
Yes.
He had a chance to break a milestone of games played and go, and Babcock benched him at the end of his career when they knew it was his last year. To this day, multiple people literally curse the name Mike Babcock in this town for the way he treated Mike Modano
Hundreds.
at the end of his career. I mean, Babcock is a son of a bitch, but Modano's class, Modano has never brought that up publicly. He's never trashed him. He's never been the guy to say, oh, you know, woe is me and blah, blah, blah. Mike Modano just went about his business like he always did, producing points. And, of course, you know, he ends up being, you know, a Stanley Cup champion from the 1994 Dallas Stars, and the rest is history. But I'm going to go one more. You want to comment on Modano?
Just real quick, have you ever heard the saying cock?
Hey, Buck, why don't you get over here and get
Have you ever heard the saying? Ooh, Ace, sorry about that. Have you ever heard the saying cock nozzle?
Cock nozzle.
Mike Babcock is
Doesn't
a
fit into
cock
my normal
nozzle.
lexicon for broadcasting, but I'm willing to hear you out.
Yeah, he's a cock nozzle. So I'll explain it to you later. I just remember him sitting in front of me at church.
Please don't give me any visuals. Make sure that the explanation is auditory only. I want no visuals.
Yeah, there would be no visuals, but he sat in front of me at church, and I thought, what is this guy doing in church? He's the biggest cock nozzle.
Yeah.
And then I ran into him at Kroger's, and my wife was like, oh, he's so nice. And I was like, I want to kill him.
Yeah.
All right, that's my
So
story.
Babcock was
Babcock.
properly named. Got it. I'm going to go one. I mean, obviously, we got guys right now. We're seeing the multiple Vezina awards of Connor Hellebuck right now. We're seeing Austin Matthews score goals at a clip that's phenomenal. Jack Hughes is certainly going to be a player to watch for years and years and years, but I'm going to flip the script on you. I love LaFontaine, Leach, Modano, Chelios, Kane. I love all of your picks, okay?
Bring
And
it.
I love Eruzione and Johnson from the
You don't
Miracle
like
on Ice.
LaFontaine I brought up?
Bring it. Everybody loves
Are you ready
Fontaine.
for the greatest American-born hockey player of all time? And I have empirical evidence to support it.
Okay.
Hillary Knight.
Oh, wow.
The United States women's hockey captain is the most decorated player, statistically, in the history of the sport. Hillary Knight has won 5 Olympic medals. She holds the record for the most Olympic goals, 15, and the most points, 33, for any male or female American-born player. So I'm going to say Hillary Knight is statistically the greatest American-born hockey player of all time.
Congratulations.
And I'm hoping that gets me huge points with my wife.
I mean, have you
Right over there.
Have you seen her in person?
Hillary Knight?
Yeah.
Class
His wife?
act?
No, she's huge.
Oh, huge, you mean like
No.
she's intimidating to you,
Dude.
a weak, out of shape.
No, not to me, but to other women.
Oh, she's intimidating to other women.
Yes, her size.
Cut.
I mean,
Sponsors running from the building as it bursts into flames. Once again, GOATQuest feature brought to you by ATS Advisors, a CPA firm serving the people behind the numbers. Do you know what's the greatest nickname of all time in sports?
In sports, the Banana Slugs.
The Banana Slugs?
No, actually, the greatest nickname for a college team ever is the Fighting Okra or which is Delta University.
The Swamp Rabbits.
The Swamp Rabbits? No, it's the Tartars. The Wayne State Tartars was the only team in the nation
Wayne State
ever
Tartars.
to use the nickname Tartars.
You remember? You know what Siena Heights? Anybody know Siena Heights?
Yeah.
Siena Heights is the Butchers. I love that.
Freaking
The
great.
Butchers.
Yeah, you
Great.
don't. You sound tough, but you don't win one game.
Shut up.
It's
Mary Baldwin University is the Fighting Squirrels.
Squirrels.
Dude, what are you doing?
Is the
What does
Butcher-
your husband do over there? He looks up the fighting fucking squirrels.
Joe, can I ask you a question? Is the Butchers this second level hockey team Beer was talking about?
Yes.
The straight versus non-straight?
No, Beer was talking about the Purple Cows from Williams College in Western Massachusetts. He also likes the Vixens, an all-female college from
What's wrong
Sweetbriar.
with that? I like that. That's
The
kinda- I like
Vixens.
that too.
I would not want to play the Whittier College Poets. They're the Poets.
whoa.
Yeah,
That's a boring
that's
game.
pretty weak.
We're looking at a boring
They
game
can
there.
really make their game rhyme.
But how about Presbyterian? Anybody know what Presbyterian actually plays pretty high level now?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Joe, don't ask us. Just tell us.
The Blue Hose. What does that even mean?
What does that mean?
The Blue Hose.
I know what it means.
So how do you spell hose?
Yeah.
H-O-E-S.
Punchline, insert punchline.
Yeah, there you go.
H-O-S-E. I think the best of all time, though, is the Fighting Artichokes of Scottsdale Community College.
better than the Fighting Okra?
The
You
Okra's
could come
pretty
up with a
good.
cool logo with that.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe, what if the Okra played the Artichokes? Who wins that game?
Nobody loses.
Who's favored going in?
You know who wins? Your cholesterol, because it's going down. It's dropping.
You need some of that?
All right, trivia time, Dino. Here we go.
Let's go.
Grip and rip.
Here's the prize for tonight's trivia. We don't have a large crowd here,
I
so
am guaranteed not to get one right.
trivia. The winner gets
Whoa.
a hand autographed Phil Mickelson Live Golf photo.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice.
This is Lefty himself,
Did your wife give you
autographed
permission to...
Phil Mickelson. Why? Why is Phil Mickelson one of our prizes? Golf season is coming.
Oh, it's here.
Sully, Rambo, Tom Beer, these guys are all golfers.
Dino.
And
Yeah, I'm the best.
who is the greatest left-handed golf player of all time?
Joe Mackel.
Without question, Phil Mickelson is the GOAT for left-handed golfers
Rambo,
all
you remember
time.
some old guys? No?
There-
Sully, you got nothing? Bob Charles, I remember him. Yeah.
Bob Charles.
Mackel.
But he wasn't better. He wasn't better.
Bob Charles was from New Zealand
New Zealand, close.
because I followed him when I was 7 years old at
what the
Warwick
fuck
Hills.
Where?
At Warwick Hills,
hell
I followed him and Curtis
Get that
Strange.
information.
Buick Open?
Buick Open, thank you very much.
It doesn't make
1980.
sense.
No.
Doesn't make sense.
So, here is the trivia question. Get ready, hands on your buzzers. We got some golf aficionados. So, I'm going to whoever calls out first, I'm going to give it to him. What college did Phil Mickelson go to?
San Diego State.
Arizona State.
Rambo, Arizona State.
It was Arizona State.
A Sun Devil. He was collegiate golfer of the year at Arizona State.
I was gonna
He's
say
a
that.
Sun Devil. Rambo.
Yeah, play your basement.
I was going to say
It's
that.
all yours. You got an autographed,
He's got 30 deer heads in his basement. So he
and
can
now
put
he's
that
got
in.
Lefty. Probably the worst gambler in the history of American sports. Right? All
I
right.
may donate this to Western Golf and Country Club to put.
We got
There you go. Put it in the shitter.
Amen. We got a lot of places to put in spots, but remember, this is the Downtown Pourhouse in Plymouth, Michigan. Faro Imaging, ATS Advisors, the people behind the numbers, right there. There he is, right there.
Sully.
Notre Dame.
Patrick Financial Group, John Pelon. So that's the sponsorship orientation for tonight's broadcast. That was the trivia. The GOAT list.
Nice.
Can we come together now? I gave you Hillary Knight, but you three have to come together on who is the greatest of all time American-born hockey player. Huddle up real quick. You got to fight it out.
Patrick Kane.
It was easy.
Detroit Red Wings, Patrick Kane. 501 goals now. He didn't score today. By the way, they did win today. The Wings have already played 4-2 winners over Nashville.
502 goals.
Yep.
It'd be 502.
Oh, he's at 502 now?
I believe they're in. I believe they're in first place now, which is
No, second. They're still behind Tampa Bay.
okay.
But they passed Montreal for second.
He hasn't won a cup yet, has he?
Patrick Kane, Chicago Blackhawks.
Three.
As many as he wants.
Weird, right? Because we thought we'd get one season out of him, and he's just
Gravy.
hanging in there, contributing.
I heard Elias Peterson
he knows
is
how-
who they're
knows
trying
where
to
to be
go
on the
after.
ice,
The
that's
Wings are
why.
trying to get one more before the trade deadline, one more on the blue line. I should have mentioned, though, before we go, the pitchers and catchers, as we noticed, World Baseball Classic going on next week. Kevin McGonigal, the young man,
How are we not going down to Florida?
we got to go see him.
Go
should we
see-
see him?
yeah, we
the
should.
last spring games?
Yeah.
McGonigal
Take
is
a little
coming
trip.
north with the team. He's batting over 400. I'm telling you, the young man, the 21-year-old from Monsignor
going to
Bonner
Merchant
High
Stadium.
School in Delco, Pennsylvania. He's coming north. He's going to be standing behind Tarek Skubal on opening day at shortstop.
Calling it
He's
now.
that good.
Calling it now.
I'm calling it right now.
You
Merchant
already called the
Stadium.
World Series.
Yes.
Merchant Stadium
Tigers win.
podcast.
Tigers win. Tigers win.
Man, Tigers win.
Chris Ilitch and Scott Harris, we're going to do it. You put enough talent in the dugout, we're going to do it. Goat Quest, ladies and gentlemen, go out there, whatever you're doing, tomorrow, the next day, go be the GOAT at whatever it is that you're doing tomorrow.